Hello everybody, my name is Alan Loy. To return home to the fortune, there is a figure in the sun. But if the sun work out the door of 1143, it is the transfund of the program to isolate the law in the quiz machine. Quiz show. So, how do you know how to comply with the network for the word processor? Because in the word processor, it will realign itself into this way. And in that way, it will convince itself into the natural maturity age in the welfare. In that time, in Centrelink, it is the Instagram technology for the position of the army for Sector 3. If they decide to do so in relation to Bill Gates, it is the hemisphere of the line wave. Each line wave is a machine to have the way in to control itself into network 2. If the border of the fifth moon has developed the third technology, it will position itself into the alliance. Each alliance for the node of 345, it is the evolution of time for the machine. The machine is spell 1 F215 by the border. The third moon will switch off to the mode of the Anana. In that day it is 10324. The selection of the maturity age for the welfare is the Instagram technology for the position of the teleport. Each teleport is a fifth moon to divert itself into the antenna. So, when you buy parts in relation to understanding the concept of art, it will help you to generate your thinking brain. In the thinking brain of a pattern, it will mature its age into the tenderless. The tenderless is an Instagram technology for the brain intensifier to work out the maximum number of plastic surgery. In that time, in the plastic surgery, it is the evolution of time to understand the concept of art in relation to the hemisphere. Each hemisphere for my brother Tan is an equation of the equivalent formula. Yes, a little bit been there. In a matter of time, the parts of the body will generate into the germination of the previewing. The germination is the understanding of the life cycle to reposition itself into the metankang. In that way, the word processor will retime itself into the quiz show. Each quiz show will generate the propaganda to return home to the remembering day. The remembering day is the interlude of technology for the position of the army for Sector 3. If they decide to do so in relation to Surfunk, it is the sharing of the network of one. In that day, it is 10324. The majority of law based upon instrument, it is a majority of law based upon instrument. In the instrument of law, it is the interlude of technology. In a matter of time, when you do that, you are equalizing the mathematician. The mathematician will equation itself into each form. The non-profit organization will be understandable to profit the seeds. SEEDS. Each seeds is the Instagram technology for the position of army for Sector 3. If they decide to do so in relation to Surfunk, it is sharing the network of one. If the oil wave is 3 on 1, 12 on 1 and 4 on 1 by the border, the fifth moon will divert itself into the third hemisphere. In that way, the thinking pattern of the equation is formula 3 to divert into the conversion. I'm really happy now trying to make you understand the concept of art. For me as well, I need to understand the concept of art. In return, when two people are sinking itself into the phase, PHASE, is the thick equation of the formula for my brother Tan. Because in time, when you do that, you are equating into each soul, S-O-U-L. Each soul, S-O-U-L, is the third moon to divert itself into the hemisphere of the line wave. In that day, it is 10-3-2-4. The diversion of the Arana is the third technology for the word processor. The word processor will germinate into 2-3-2-4. In that way, it is the element of design for the protocol, because the protocol will be in the third, the fifth, the sixth moon to divert itself into the way. In the bachelor thought of the hemisphere of the Amitabha, it is the Tashkanang. The Tashkanang is the lawyer of the fifth moon to divert itself into A3. Each A3 for the hand movement or the gesture is the retimer to know how to fund itself into the Pratkatang. Particularly, the understanding of the life cycle will recycle the bin into the Hra. But if the code is B12F315 by the border, the third moon will switch off to the mode of the Anana. In that way, it is the Tashkamang. The Tashkamang for Dr. T. Sandra is the third equation for Formula 1 to divert into Carlo Zeno. Because in the two doctor, it is the third way to manifest itself into the thick pot. The thick pot is the third moon to divert itself into the hemisphere. As in a matter of time, when it does that, it will equate itself into the aura to divert itself into the third moon and conjunction into the pyramid. As in a matter of time, when it does that, it will share the network of one to the oil wave. In the quiz show, it is the fifth to play in. When you understand Alan Lloyd, the understanding of art is a Nirkana. Yes, it happened. In a matter of time, the understanding of life cycle will return home to the fortune. Each fortune is a plead to know the understanding of the spun. The spun is the Krikana to participate into law, as each law is the hemisphere of the line wave to form in. In that way, the conjunction of the Pirana will return home into the Andes and to refire itself into the way in. The conjunction of the third moon will be the way in to control itself into this way. See? When it does that, it will earthquake into the fifth rock. In a matter of time, when it does that, it will allay into the third moon. So, Dr. T. Sandra, the conjunction of the Pirana will manifest itself into the Tashkanang. The Tashkanang of the lawyer will divert itself into the fifth way. The fifth way is the equation of P1 to divert into P2. So, happy days of life will germinate into the passion. Each passion will give you one rock. And in one rock, Alan, you will form into two to present the door. In a matter of time, it will form into one to pray.